All right, well, if you're watching the replay, we just do a simple about 15, 20-second lead in, just so ads can roll for those waiting here for the live stream. But otherwise, if you're here, right now, on Thursday, December 17th, it's the CarrGuy and SixFan Show Christmas special. Welcome in, everybody. And Jason must have some holiday tunes in the earbuds there as he's bobbing and weaving. What's going on, everybody? Of course, I'm Grant Tommy, Straight Six Fan, as your host tonight, but I did mention Jason. He is.
I am Jason. I am the car guy of the situation here this evening. And yes, I do have Jingle Bells ringing in my head, and that is not from the slip and fall on the icy walkway on the way out to the garage this evening. So, yeah, we're here. This is our second annual CarrGuy and SixFan Show Christmas party. I'm glad you guys could all join us. Let's take a look and see who's in the chat already. We've got Mechanics. We've got Herman Lomez. Novataz is here. We've got, who is that? That is
Randall R. Shed by the Tracks.
There you go. Yep. And Left for Dead Garage. Thanks, guys, for joining us and taking time out of your Thursday evening to be a part of this little office Christmas party, so to speak, here on the CarrGuy SixFan Show.
Yeah, that's kind of what we like to build this Christmas special on. And we will talk cars at some point. It's inevitable. I mean, we are CarrGuy and SixFan as for crying out loud. But, it's just meant to be a little more off the cuff, a little more laid back. And, yeah, a lot of us are missing out on the holiday corporate Christmas party. So we're here to deliver that, at least. So don't know if we'll get to the lewd jokes or not. But we're here for some cheers and libation. So.
And having said that, Grant, cheers to the second annual CarrGuy and SixFan Show. And I hope you guys have joined in and you have your cold cackly ready to roll. And we're going to be giving away some prizes closer to the end of the show. The only catch is you've got to be here to win. So if you're in the chat and you haven't done so yet, at the very least, give us a thumbs up and share out this live stream because we're going to be on here for... Could be a half hour, could be 45 minutes, could be 2 in the morning. I don't know. It's whenever Sally goes home, the receptionist out front. Anyways, we're here. We're having fun. Let's talk about something, Grant. Let's throw something out there.
Oh, I'm sorry. You broke up just a little bit on the tail end there, Jason. You said something. What?
Well, I said, let's talk about something.
Oh, okay. So then I heard you right. Well, yeah, well, so this is about as unprepared as Jason and I will be on a CarrGuy and SixFan Show. But, we did do cheers to the second annual Christmas party. But we do want to, let's say cheers to the fact that we've made it 5 seasons, and it's a worthwhile endeavor to keep it going. And that's, of course, it's made possible by all of you in the chat. And we really appreciate the fact that even, with breaking the routine, just kind of popping up out of the blue, doing a one-off episode here, that we've got 16 of you joining us right now. So we really appreciate the fans, of course. And then Jason is frozen on my end, so that's fun. So I will keep talking, I guess. So anyway, hey, thanks Streetcar Culture on the Christmas sweater. I bought this off of Teespring. Fell sucker to an Instagram ad. There we go. Now Jason's unlocked, unfrozen. You there, Jason?
Am I back? Am I back?
You're back.
I think so. I'm losing internet, so I'm just going to switch over to the other Wi-Fi here. So if you can carry the show for a second or two.
Absolutely. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm great at is stalling. So as you guys know, of course, I've stalled for 3 episodes with the carburetor on Project Low Fairmont. So, but yeah, kind of curious for you guys. Are your holiday plans changing this year? With, everything that's going on, COVID. I know for myself, it's definitely going to look a lot different. We're going to postpone my side of the family's Christmas for a couple more weeks. So curious to hear what's going on in the chat, Jason.
I think I'm back. Yeah. So we've got Novataz giving up a $5. You may have already covered that when I was kind of losing connection there, but nevertheless, We've also got Prepping Life has showed up, saying hey to everyone. Terry Eford has showed up in the chat. Darren's Mopar Express. And yeah, so that covers everybody. Everyone's here. We're getting ready to, have a good time and talk. So as far as Christmas goes for us, one of the things that some of you guys already know is that I live right on the border with the U.S. So my wife is from the U.S. and all of her family is over there. And of course, with the borders being closed to non-essential travel, that includes going to visit family. So we are basically doing the same thing. We'll likely wait until spring and have a big family get-together should the borders reopen, have a good time, and be able to have some fun with some family, pig out on some, some homemade goodies and stuff like that, and see these people who we love and we miss that we haven't seen since February of 2020. So it's time to get it done for us. My family is not getting together simply because of restrictions that are in place right now. So, I won't be going down to my dad's or my mom's just because of the things the way they are. So we will get together at some point. Let us know in the chat, guys, what you're doing that might be different or some easy way or fun way to circumvent COVID. Maybe it's something that we can all try.
Yeah, we got lucky with Thanksgiving here in Kansas. The weather was warm enough. We did like it basically all outside the whole day with my family, and there was only like 12 of us that got together. It was as much as it got to. So I'm really fortunate for that. Not going to happen here in late December, early January, that's for sure. But I did in the chat, mostly Mopar IH had asked who is that guy and what do you do with the real old car guy. I assume because of the beard. And so, take a screenshot, everybody. This might be the only time I have a longer beard, and actually, I don't even know if it is longer than Jason.
Well, it looks like it is simply because yours is darker than mine. I got a lot of white and gray coming in there, but it is coming along. On Saturday, it'll be 4 weeks. And one thing that I've been doing is every Monday is taking a picture. So I've got 5 pictures right from baby face right till now. And as the time goes on and as it starts getting some growth and filling in, I'm going to be able to put those pictures in order. And I'll put it in a video at some point, kind of keeping an eye on how the process is going. And I'll probably wait 6 months or so until I get some growth there.
Yeah, so do a little time lapse, I take it, sounds like.
Yeah, same idea. Instead of a video time lapse, just like a picture time lapse, and kind of link them all together. 1 week apart, and eventually go from baby face to nothing in maybe like a 30-second clip.
So a couple other people have dropped in at the moment. King Eric, the greatest of all, Trucker Dave, Stuff with Cletus, Renee Lippage, Coastal Auto Reaction, CAR, Darren's Mopar Express, and I think that's covering most everybody. BS Small Engines. So thanks everybody for joining in. And honestly, because this is so laid back and so unscripted, if you guys have a topic you want us to talk about, feel free to lob something out. We're more than happy to. But I guess we could maybe start where we started season 4, Jason, and that was with the Ford Bronco. And my little brother has made, he pre-ordered one a long time ago or got his spot in the line. And I saw just today a headline come across that Ford's basically reimbursing everybody the $100 they had to put down because of production delays and stuff. So that's kind of interesting. It's not a good look, but it is what it is. It's hard to have anticipated supply chains in 2020. So,
well, it's just like anything when you start to look at things that are anticipated, like the Bronco or like the C8 Corvette was. If there's something that's totally out of anyone's control, like I don't know, a world pandemic, that was good of them to be able to do that. As long as they're still holding on to their orders and guaranteeing orders, which is pretty cool. And I'm pretty excited to hear that your brother is getting is he getting the full size or the bigger one?
Full size, yeah. Yeah.
So what an opportunity for you when he gets that to be able to get over there and get some of that. I did want to make a quick point here that in the chat, Coastal Auto Reaction is in the chat, guys. He's a channel here in Canada. He's on the West Coast. And he's just like us. No matter how big or how small your channel is, you're always looking to grow. He's been helping me out quite a bit with some shout outs on his videos, and I've been seeing some growth from that. So I just want to take a moment for all you guys who are here who don't know who he is to find his channel, Coastal Auto Reaction. Head on over there, look him up. He's got some pretty good content, and I think it's something that you guys would be interested in. I mean, if you're following me and Grant, you'll definitely like what he's got to offer, and I'm sure that he would certainly appreciate having you guys go over there and check him out.
So our buddy Johnny, from formerly known as Cheap Things Outdoors, I believe is what the channel was named once upon a time. He is mentioning that he's still working on his beard. In another year or two, he's got the ZZ Top. Gonna make ZZ Top envious, but I think it's a funny comment because I've listened to this guy. He's a super smart guy. It's usually about religious topics, but he's just generally a super smart guy. But he, I guess there's a scientific actual term for like your hair follicle. Everybody's hair follicle like only will grow. It'll max out at a certain distance. And there's a specific scientific name for that. I mean, I guess it makes sense. Like you can't indefinitely grow it, but so I don't know what my max is, but I would be surprised. Like, I mean, I'm sure Jason, you've probably. Like when you don't get a trim in a long time, like I'm guessing your beard probably doesn't get a whole lot much longer than a certain length. But.
Well, it's funny because sometimes I'll be going back and seeing some older videos trying to get some footage, and like the longest my beard has ever been was probably back in this past summer, and it was like halfway down my chest. And I'm thinking, man, how in the world did I ever convince myself to get rid of that? But yeah, I get it, and I think there's a point where you realize, or you think to yourself that, has it really stopped growing, or am I just maybe not looking after it enough and straightening it and this and that? Because obviously whiskers, after they get to a certain point, they curl. So I generally try and keep mine brushed and keep it long and looking at least presentable. I mean, I do deal with the public after all, so when you're a hairy ape man, you got to make sure you're at least looking somewhat presentable. I also want to give a quick little shout out to somebody who's jumped in to the chat, and that's Ryan from Boost Rodeo. Hey Ryan, thanks for popping in.
Also, real quick, actually, on Ryan. So he's just fired up a live stream. So if you guys want to make sure you have more opportunities like the CarrGuy and SixFan show, Ryan does a live stream now on Wednesday nights. So he'll be the day before us. So go check out his channel and be part of his live stream. I think a similar time. He'll have to type that in the chat what time he goes on Wednesdays. But sorry, Jason.
Yeah, no problem. And I also wanted to bring attention to Sean Novataz, who is in the chat. He also has a live stream on Sunday evening. So if you guys are into this sort of thing and you want to talk about cars and learn lots, then you can go over and check out his channel as well. And my buddy David from the YouTube channel Revstoration is in the chat. I saw him pop in there and say hi. So again, go over and give him a shout. He goes by Rev. He is a pastor of a church in just outside of Atlanta somewhere, and he's got a YouTube channel. He's a Ford guy, and I know that Grant would be right up that alley. And he's working on all kinds of projects. His dad's got a big yard full of old relics that have just been parked, and they're slowly and meticulously going through getting them all revived and running again and moved. So go on over and check those guys out. I guarantee you won't be disappointed with that channel as well.
And his truck named Puddin, based
Puddin.
off of how the oil came out from the first go around out of the oil pan. But
No, oil, not oil, oil. Don't forget.
But I do see in the chat, of course. So Ryan from Boost Radio says 6 p.m. Pacific time is when they go, and they go every other Tuesday, it looks like. So, and then Coastal Auto Reaction, I guess they have a live stream on Saturdays at 5 p.m. Pacific time as well. So go check each other's streams out. Yeah, I mean, this is, look, we got 26 people in here, and Jason and I, in a normal season, this would not fly. This would not be good quality content for you guys. But tonight's all about drinking and having conversation and hanging out. So.
Yeah, and like I said, it's the whole point, the whole reason why we started doing the live streams. You guys know why, is because we wanted to try and help get ourselves to 1,000 subscribers way back, a couple of years ago. And it turned into a somewhat of a support stream, not a sub for sub, but more of a let's help people get to where they need to go and reach certain goals. And one of the phrases that's been coined around a lot lately is that it's not a competition to get to a certain goal first before somebody else. It's about a community. It's about helping each others. Now, there's a friendly wager, not a wager, a friendly race to 10,000 subscribers that I have with Dave over at Restoration. He's going to catch it by far. He's already up to, I think, 65 or 6,600. But nevertheless, it's not about the race. It's about the goal. It's about doing it together. It's about, you know, lifting each other up and helping everybody do what they need to do. Luke over at Coastal Auto Reaction has been a great cheerleader for me lately. You know, feeling a little bit down and trying to get things moving on my channel. And he's been really great at helping me kind of get through that and push me through it. So that's what it's all about, helping each other.
I see some comments in the chat talking about they want us to drag race one of your Mercuries against the Fairmont. And yeah, I mean, that's easy because Jason's in Canada and I'm in Kansas, so we'll just go to Mexico.
Mexico is about halfway between us, right?
Yeah. So, so I mean, that's easy. That's easy to work out. So yeah, I'm sure we'll do that sometime. No, but that it kind of like got my mind thinking of. I've had some crazy wild hairs or thoughts lastly, and when you talk about growth, I think Jason and I are both at the point. I don't want to spoil. I'm not gonna like put a peek behind the curtains on your end, Jason, unless you want to talk about it. But he and I were having a conversation a couple days ago, maybe a week ago, about it's probably time just to kind of let loose and go wild and do something, you know, and that's where we're gonna get the most growth. And I definitely agree. And I mean, so just tell me in the chat what you would think if you read the title to a video. If I said Cummins swapped Ford Fairmont or introducing a Cummins swap Ford Fairmont build, is that something that might tickle your fancy? How would you respond to that? That's kind of where my mind went a couple of weeks ago. That's when the car was still well, it still is overfueling. But anyway, I'm just kind of curious what you guys think about that. I don't think I'm going to do it, but
Well, the big key, and like you said, we had this conversation, and one of the things was doing a diesel swap in a Panther platform car. Now, whether it be Grandma or whether it be Blackjack or whether it be just some totally random other car, to do something, and the idea there is you got to know what the heck you're talking about, because I am not a diesel guy, so you're going to have to find something that runs already that you're not going to have to spend 10 grand to build. But that was the topic of conversation was, you know, we've done what we've done to get us where we are so far. But if we're looking to grow our channel and we're looking to reach new people, what is it going to take to get people to click on those thumbnails and watch our videos, and not just watch them once, but to keep coming back? And Streetcar Culture says put a rotary in the Ford. And but you know, as funny as that is, that's exactly the type of crazy harebrained stuff that you've got to do that maybe nobody else is doing or has done.
Well, and I see, you know, Jed Scott says, you better do it. Clickbait is the #1 way to lose viewers. And yeah, I mean, I wouldn't make that title unless I was actually going to do it. And when I say that, although, okay, it'd be like this much clickbait, because when I say come and swap in a Ford Fairmont, I was thinking about their 2.8 liter crate motor. A lot of people's mind probably automatically goes to like a 5.9 liter 6BT, but that's kind of what I was more thinking about. And honestly, like, since then, as time's gone on, well, so of course, you know, my channel wants to be about helping people like get into hot rodding like at an entry level, and thinking about like what are some unique ways to get in. And I want long term, you know, I want my channel to be about like you've seen where I've started. It can't be about the Fairmont forever. So I want to kind of flip my project cars into the, like, you know, yeah, I only have a 40. It's going to be like a $4,500 budget when I wanted it to be 4,000 on this first car. But the hope is that, you know, I can sell it for a couple $100 more, and then, okay, the next project's a $5,000 budget build, and then the next one's a 55. You know, like, so over time, I want it to scale up, sure. But in my current situation, in my current house, like, I don't have room for an engine swap capability. So I don't think you'll see an engine swap out of me until I move out of this house. Hopefully that's in 2021. But anyway, that's kind of where I'm at. And then when I was pricing the old 2.8 liter crate motor, of course they like to brag about how it's all encompassing, wiring harness, everything you could possibly need. But it's still $8,100. And then I found some people who've imported Barras from Australia, and a guy said I could buy one off of him for $1,500 and ship it to me. I would be Barra swapping my Fairmont well before I come in and swap.
Well, let's go over to the questions there for a second. And Jed says, oh, it just disappeared. He says, my question would be, what would you do after your crazy engine swap and massive growth? How would you top that and keep those viewers entertained? Well, I want to address that on two levels. So one is, if you're worried about not being able to top it, that type of an attitude may be the failure of your channel. So the idea would be, okay, exactly that. What could I do that may just be the next big thing as part of the channel, right? Is it to take a Dodge Magnum and turn it into a Hellcat or something like that the boys are talking about there, Junkyard Dave, and or is it taking a totally random AMC something and throwing a Hemi or a diesel or a something in it? Like, the thing is that once you do something crazy and get good at crazy, then that's what the people will come to expect from your channel. And I'm not saying that that's what I want to do, but what I'm saying is I want to try something different. Like, we've been going, Grant and I both have been going on the project vehicles that we're working on now, and we've basically gotten to the growth that we're at. Am I satisfied with that? Well, to some degree. To me, it's not so much about the subscription count as it is about the view count, because the views are what makes you popular, not the number of people who are subscribed to you. So,
Yeah, well, and honestly, that's a really good question. I'm glad Jed asked it, because even if you even if you were a one-hit wonder and you had the success at one thing and you didn't sustain it, let's say, right? Like, so you had this wild peak, right? You gained a lot of subscribers, then people figured out you weren't doing the same thing anymore. Okay, so you lose some subscribers, but that bell curve, riding that wave, could have taken you to new heights that you would have never been at to begin with. So I don't know if I'd super worry about that long term. Like, oh, well, I can't like fake it as a 40,000 subscriber channel anymore because I'm not Barra swapping a Ford Fairmont. Like, people are still gonna find that content and come back to like the original stuff. So I don't know that I'd worry about that too much. And then so
yeah, and to top that off, like Grant and I can both attest to this next bit of information, is that our current content is not what's making our channels popular or viewable. We each have 2 or 3 videos out there that are doing very well, that continue to pay and get views and attract people to our channel. So even though Grant doesn't have that diesel Jeep Liberty anymore, it's still a part of his channel and a part of what draw people to his channel. So just like, Jed, with you, there might be something that, sometime down the road, you might get rid of that Dart that you just bought, or maybe something happens to Jezebel that, is beyond your control. Who knows what keeps drawing people in? So I think the idea is that, if you're ever changing with the times, that you're not staying stale, you're not just doing the same thing over and over and over again. I don't know if that's what people want or not, but I'm willing to try it.
yeah, it's I always like to say, your race, your pace, right? It's like running, when I run 5Ks, and whether if I've trained or not a lot, inevitably someone will come up to you and you try to like keep up with them, and you just flat out can't. So that's what YouTube's like for me. Everybody's on a different, Jason leapfrogged me. I don't know how long it's been now, but there's some magic I'd love to harness and figure out what Jason's doing right. But at the same time, I can't sustain putting out 2 videos a week like he can, and that's just the reality of it. And like, just is what it is. Like,
Well, and I think at different levels of YouTube growth, I think there's different challenges. So at one point for both of us, it was simply getting that first 1,000 subscribers. For me, my goal that I set last year for the new year was 5,000 subscribers and 500,000 views. I've met one of them, and I'm still about 40,000 views away to reach that goal. Will I get there? Probably not. Am I going to be utterly disappointed if I don't? No, but I'll just set a higher goal and work harder to move forward in 2021. I want to draw attention to something that Rev said back here, if I can find it. He says, YouTube viewers like YouTubers. People are ultimately attracted to like-minded people. So I think when we watch other YouTubers, we're watching people that we like to watch. And I find myself and Dave very like-minded people. I mean, I don't fault him for liking Fords. That's not why. But I still watch his channel. But the fact that we
Mr. Panther platform, yeah, keep going.
Panther platform, Mopar, square bodies, I got them all covered. Secret sauce. But anyways, I think the idea is that with one of the things that I appreciate about his channel, and I'll go back to this in a second, is the variety. So he does have his wife involved, which I think is absolutely awesome when you get family involved. He's also got his dad as part of that as well. So I just wish that I had family members who were willing to be on camera and be comfortable with that, to be a part, because I know that my dad, with the wealth of information that he has, having a lifetime career in the automotive industry, would certainly be a benefit to the channel. And having him, and he's quite a comedian, a little bit of a potty mouth sometimes, but we would have to kind of keep that under wraps. But nevertheless, the idea of liking certain channels is because you probably find that you're very like-minded, or you have a certain connection with that channel.
Yeah, and I want to piggyback on two things you said. The like-minded thing I'll try to do second, because I think I'll forget the other one if I don't do it first. But when you talk about getting other family members involved, one of the things for me, I have a theory, and I have no way of knowing how to prove it or how you'd even study it, but I really think that your growth potential is like exponential if you have a cameraman and a personality. Like, I look at a lot of these channels, and like the ones that seem to be like, and I think there's something about that, like a camera being able to just follow the person around instead of
and free up those hands.
Yeah, instead of the stagnant tripod shot. And I mean, I could get a lot more work done too if I didn't have to go reset up the tripod. So that's one thing. The other thing, when Jason shoot, what was the other thing? That's why I said it out loud first.
About you said getting family involved the first time.
Yeah, that one. But what was the other?
Like-minded people.
Yeah, like-minded people. Okay, and so that's why, like, honestly, like, it's hard for me to watch. I like Vice Grip Garage because he's hilarious, but I can't do more than like 5-10 minutes. I can't watch Junkyard Digs on a regular basis because, like, you say like-minded, but there's also like, that's not me. I don't have those skills yet. Maybe 5 years down the road when I'm better at what you've seen me struggle long enough on this Fairmont build, like, totally different stratosphere, and I just can't like connect, and I can't like. That's just not me right now.
Thanks, Ryan, for coming. Sorry to see you go so soon. Yeah, and I get that too. It's there's certain people that I will watch, and one fellow that most recently I've come accustomed to watch quite a bit, and I was hoping that he would be here tonight, is Tom Mortsky from Mortsky Repair. He's in North Dakota, and he does a lot of revivals and different sort of projects and that he's working on. And he just seems to be one of these likable guys to watch. He's kind of low key. He's just kind of I don't want to say he's slow. Just he's got that one speed, and it's kind of steady, and any way he goes, he's got some humor to go with it. So it's fun to sit there and watch people and new people. And as you're reaching out, you learn who you can watch and who you can't watch. We've also I see Dan from D&D Speed Shop has just jumped in. Thanks, Dan, for being a part of the show tonight. Great to have you along. And I have sent the invite out to Dan for a guest in Season 5. He's accepted. We just haven't settled on a date yet, so I appreciate that. As well as Luke from Coastal Auto Reaction is going to be our first guest of the season in January when we get started up again.
And we also had, let's see, 50 Magic and Auto Alley drop in. I know Auto Alley, she's been in for a while. But we haven't given you a shout out. Dave McGraw. Seems like maybe there was one other one. Stupid Fast Truck. Yeah, he was talking about putting a camera on like an automated slider or something. And yeah, those are some future goals. More gear, but.
So we did kind of, as I mentioned about leading into Season 5 of the CarrGuy and SixFan show. So for those of you who haven't been paying attention to Instagram and you don't follow Grant and I, now's a good time to go over there and follow each of us at Old CarrGuy and at Straight SixFan. We're going to be posting up different things about the show. And leading in, we're going to have more guests, which is going to be great. We loved how Season 4 went with the guests that we had. You guys really appreciated that. And I think we had a lot of fun and interaction. But one of the things that we're going to be doing for Season 5, which starts on January the 7th, I believe, is the date, first Thursday.
You keep going, I'll double check that.
Yeah, and so one of the things that we're going to be doing is we're going to be having a couple of grand prizes at the end of the season. Now, you guys recall in Season 4, we had an award show where we kind of did some fictitious fun awards for some of the guests that we had on our show. We're going to be doing that again, but at the end of that show or that episode, we're going to be doing a live draw, and we're going to get into more details about that. I've secured a big sponsor for it, and we've got something big to share, and we'll do that on the first premiere episode on the 7th. And Grant is working on a couple of different angles there as well. So there's going to be 2 prizes at the end of the game, kind of like tonight. And we're hoping that you guys will join us for that show because you'll have to be there to win that prize as part of that chat. So that's one thing we're doing tonight. Is we are going to be doing a giveaway tonight, each of us. So there's a chance for you guys to win a couple of prizes at the end of the show tonight.
So yeah, I want to nuance that discussion a little bit further on the giveaways. But first, I want to acknowledge Stupid Fast Truck. Thanks for the super chat, and Sean as well. And honestly, Sean, Jason and I have made a decision for Season 5 that we will not. If we can figure out how to reject your super chats, we will, because we would rather use. We would rather see the $5 at a time. You've done that 3 times, so thank you. Go to your Trans Am build. We just really want to see you getting that thing going. And so, honestly, like, we know money isn't easy to come by for any of us. It doesn't grow on trees, as they'll say. So, seriously, Season 5, do not give us super chat. Spend it on your Trans Am. Like, we want you to spend it on the Trans Am.
But having said that, the entry to get into the draw is a super chat. Right. So that's kind of the idea.
That's going next. We're gonna do. So Jason's gonna have his big sponsor to support. Basically, we were trying to get sponsors to give us the giveaway prize, and then we are gonna raffle it much in the same fashion I did this Flowmaster muffler in Season 4. So.
Yeah. So basically, every dollar you spend on a super chat goes as an entry towards the prize, and when the show is hosted on my channel, those super chats will go towards my raffle giveaway, and when the show is hosted on Grant's channel, the super chats will go towards his raffle giveaway. It's pretty simple.
Yeah, and so Jason, do you want to tell the crowd about how the giveaway tonight's going to work, or how we're going to administer this giveaway?
Yeah, so basically what I've decided on doing is I'm going to give away an old CarrGuy T-shirt. I've got lots of new designs up on my Spreadshirt store. You guys can go check those out. And so you'll have your choice on shirt and size. And basically what I'll do is I'll place the order, have it shipped directly to you. And all we're going to do is we're going to take the number of people who are in the live stream. Currently we're sitting at 31. So depending on when we're doing the chat, if 31 was the number, then what we would do is we would take my random number generator that I've got on my phone, and I'll let it rip, and whatever that number is, we'll get you guys to kind of key in a secret code, or not a secret code, but a code on the chat, and whoever gets that number. So if, say, number 12 pops up on the screen, we'll count down whoever the 12th person was to answer what we asked you to answer in the chat. So we'll go over it again once we get closer to the end of the show. So I've decided I'm going to give away a shirt. Grant, what are you doing?
Yeah, same thing. I'll give away a shirt. This is the same thing I did last year. I matched the shirt, but the caveat here is I won't be purchasing nor mailing it till the new year, and that's just simply from a bookkeeping standpoint on my end, tax reasons. Just it's going to be a new fiscal year, so I'm actually surprisingly really close to. I've been posting losses since I got my tax ID, since I got I think 2 years, and so I'm really close to maybe just breaking even this year, but it's actually pretty surprising the amount that I've spent and that I've almost been able to cover all my costs.
The IRS will let you operate at a loss.
I know,
Just
but if you do it, lose your tax ID because they say this is just a hobby. So
Yeah, no, I get it. So yeah, so I'm going to be giving away a T-shirt. Grant's going to be giving away a T-shirt. Grant currently has 3 designs. He's got the straight 6 Pistons tee. He's got the slant 6 T-shirt, as well as his new shirt that I bought. I think might have been one of the first purchasers of that. How's it go? Buzzin' half dozen. Yep. So it's kind of an homage, paying homage to the straight 6 Ford.
So Coastal Auto Reaction, this is interesting, and I love this. So he just offered Jason that he'll throw in a shirt for you to raffle. So we will take you guys, if you want to send us like your stickers. If you have channel stickers, send us your channel stickers, and we can distribute those with our giveaway, like on top of what our giveaway is for season 5. I think that'd be a really cool way of helping, like get you more exposure.
Yeah, absolutely. So I think that's a great idea. So instead of it just being like a one prize pack, then that one prize pack could come with some channel stickers, could come with some T-shirts from some other channels that have donated to the cause. So Luke, thank you so much for donating that T-shirt. So what we'll do is we will actually. I think it's probably just as easy to do 3 draws tonight. It doesn't take very long. We'll do 3 draws. I'll give one away.
Oh, I was thinking for the season 5, like that way.
Oh, I see what he's saying.
Up. Yeah, we could.
Good. We'll do that.
That's what I was thinking. And just because, like, for instance, the channel I featured in my last upload, Patina Pit Stop, I almost didn't pull that off. He sent me 2 of everything, and he actually had like a mini sticker, which I've thrown one on my like kind of ideas notebook. That's where I put those, and one on my toolbox you probably saw in the last upload. Well, I've got 2 more, and I would just feel guilty, like, well, why? And Greasy Boy Customs did the same thing a while back. He sends multiple, so like I've got extra stickers, and I would love to just help get you guys extra exposure. So the best way to do that, at least I don't know, I'll speak for you, Jason, but hit me up on Instagram or Twitter in a direct message, and we can exchange addresses that way.
Yeah, and probably the easiest way to do that is obviously Luke being in Canada. It's probably easier for him to get that to me. And same thing with Grant being in the U.S. Obviously, he's going to appeal to more American YouTubers as ease of getting that product to you for that raffle. So yeah, can't even talk. Auto Alley says that she will toss in some decals as well. I appreciate that, Allie. We're really looking forward to that, and. I think whoever the ultimate winner is of each of these prizes is going to go home with a buttload of swag, and they're really going to be impressed with the grand prizes that we're kind of got in mind here. So,
yeah, I mean, it's a reminder for me. Like, so I buy my stickers. I just recently changed, sticker design, and then who does the stickers. The old place really wasn't bad. They actually just were in Canada. This isn't a slight at Canada. It was just the thing, like,
well, whatever.
No, it would come across my bank statement, like it's like, okay, I know what I paid, and then like 2 days later, it was the exchange rate like fee, and so it was just always annoying. Like, oh yeah, I've got to go back and like double check. That was it. They did great work. That was stickeru.com. I liked them a lot. They high quality product, but then Greg from Greg's Garage, who we had in season 4, he uses sticker Mule.com. So I gave them a shot with my new, and it was just like, I almost didn't think there was a way you could do it better, but they did it a little bit better, and I don't have to worry about the little exchange rate. So I would highly recommend either of those outfits. So if you're in Canada, stickeru.com. If you're in the US, stickermule.com. Both great outfits.
And speaking of stickers, I know there's been quite a few people messaging me about stickers, and even some other channels wanting to do the sticker swap. I currently don't have any stickers because when I changed the channel name from Old Car Auto Guy to Old Car Guy, I kind of got rid of the old logo that was about this long with the silhouette of the car and the name in it. I went to the beard. Well, I no longer have the beard. The beard's coming back, and it will be part of the channel again. But I've got a new design for the channel that my buddy's working on that I hope to have ready in short time. So they're coming, and as soon as I get them, I'll be glad to throw a bunch of them out there and get those out to you guys.
And Jason's teased a little bit kind of his new rebrand ideas my way, and I like the way it's going. So you guys, it'll be an awesome graphic. So
yeah, it's a little more. I don't want to say universal, but I guess repop friendly. So when you send it off to some of these sticker mule companies or whatever, it's going to be very easy for them to transition that into a sticker because it's not. I don't know how to describe it. I guess it's more professional. It's less hand-drawn type dealy like I had before. So at least this way, it's going to be a little bit more recognizable, and it's going to be something that you guys are going to hopefully want to buy on a T-shirt as well as stick on your toolbox or your car or whatever. So
Sean was asking how much stickers cost. I just pulled up my expenses spreadsheet and see if I can't figure this out. I bought 100 of 2 stacks of 50. Looks like it was about $1 a sticker, a little over that, $1.09 a sticker. So,
and most people sell their sticker on their fan pages or whatever for $3 or $5 or something like that, or maybe $2 for. I don't know what they do it. I have no idea. Got a super chat there from Pony 1992 for $5.
In Pony, so again, if you're looking for other live streams to do the same thing, to be part of, to build a community with, talk CarRguy stuff, especially if you're a Mustang guy, go check out Pony 1992. I know he's, I think, taking a couple weeks off, but I want to say you do Tuesday nights at 6:30 Central, 7:30 Eastern. Correct me if I'm wrong in the chat, but keep an eye out for his live streams because they're a lot of fun. He's a one-man show. There's not 2 of us like there are here. But, man, he's really good at keeping that chat rolling.
Trucker Dave says he wants a scratch and sniff sticker that smells like burnt rubber. I think that would be pretty awesome.
That's awesome. Okay. So
oh, shoot.
Pony's Live is Tuesday at 7 p.m. Eastern. So, yeah. Just, CarRguy's helping CarRguy's out here. So
Absolutely. I think we should kind of steer towards some giveaways. We're about 18 minutes to the hour, and it'll take us a few minutes to kind of go through each of the giveaways, and maybe we could start that.
And one more thing I should probably mention about the giveaways. So if you don't have Instagram or Twitter to direct message me if you should be the winner of mine, in my About page on my YouTube page, I do have my email address, so you'll want to reach out to me that way. Otherwise, I would have no idea of how to reach out to you.
All right, so this is the way it's going to work, folks. I think what we'll do is we will do Grant's giveaway first, and it's going to be something as easy as this. I'm going to give you a word. You're going to type that word out in the chat, so be quick, and then we'll do the random number generator based on the number of people who are in the chat, and whatever that number is will count down from the first person, and so on. So if you guys have got your chat windows up and your typing fingers ready, we'll get ready for this first giveaway. So what you're going to do is type into the chat the word 6, S-I-X. So type into the chat the word 6, and I will get my random number generator all dialed up here and ready to roll. And I see they're all starting to roll in there. And currently we've got 28 people in the chat. Is that correct?
That's what I show. Yep. And King Eric the Great asked. Well, he typed in 7, by the way, when you asked for 6. But he was asking if Facebook Messenger works. Yes, if we're mutually friends on Facebook, which I kind of want to get into that topic here in a bit. Jeez.
Yep, no problem. Okay, so can you guys see that screen okay?
Nope.
Well, what's your problem? Let's try this.
Fix your eyes.
There we go. So we've got it set to 28 people. Randomize, number 17. Can you all see number 17? So Grant, do you want to count down to number 17?
Sounds like an awesome task. So Ollie was first. 1, 2, 3. Will R is 8. 17 goes to mostly Mopar IH, which is fitting because he is one of the most consistent commenters on my video. Mostly Mopar IH, if you don't mind just reaching out to me via email, Facebook Messenger, Twitter, Instagram, whatever. Great.
So just because we did run into a little situation last year where the names kind of came up a little bit different, possibly on our end than what you guys may have seen them, we are going to, after the live stream, is go back and we will check that number. We will double check it based on what went live in the comments as number 17. That's the only fair way to do it. Last year we counted it twice on the live stream while we were doing it, got the same person, but when we went to the live after the replay, it was a different person. So I ended up giving out 2 shirts. I didn't think it was right to not do it that way. Nevertheless, so we've got mostly Mopar IH as the winner of Grant's t-shirt, and he will have a choice of one of the 3 t-shirts in his size.
Yeah, good call, Jason, on that. Yeah, because just so you guys know, we're on the backside of a different third-party interface, StreamYard. And so, yeah, sometimes it doesn't sync up 100% to YouTube, and we want to make sure we're seeing what you're seeing. So, yeah, we will, as they say, it's an election year. We'll do a recount. We'll double-check, make sure that shakes out the same way.
It might take us till 2021 to figure it out anyway. So, yeah, so when I counted down, Grant, I went to the live instead of through StreamYard, and I counted down, and I got a different name than you. So we'll keep that. We'll go and we'll use what YouTube has put up there as number 17, just to be fair. Sound good? Okay, so I think what we'll do is we'll do the giveaway for my t-shirt. And Grant, why don't you go ahead and pick a name or something for those guys to type in there. 1 second.
Sorry, I was typing something out, and I was like, oh, and I gotta unmute and finish typing at the same time. So I want you guys to type into the chat the word. Oh, hold on a second, Jason. Do you want me to unleash the beast right now?
Yep.
Okay. So as soon as I say it, start typing in the word panther, and we'll go from there.
And it's spelled Panther, just in case it's a tough word for some of you people.
Yeah, I mean, unless you're in the hip-hop recording business, then you would spell it Panthur, Panther. That's how you'd spell that. So it's a good call, spelling it out for him.
Yep. So as of right now, we've got 27 people in the chat, and it looks like we've got enough people kind of commenting there. So again, I've got to go back so you guys can see this, so everybody knows that we're kind of on the up and up. And where's the camera? Right there. And hit randomize. And number 0. Who was number 0? Oh, we'll try that again. Oh, there you go. Number 1. Who was the first person in the live stream to type in Panther?
I know who it is on the back side here on our end. But
It looks like to me, Stupid Fast Truck is the first on the live stream. Is that who that coincides with?
Yep, here on this end. Yep.
All right. Perfect. So Stupid Fast Truck, if you want to reach out to me on Instagram, Facebook, or whatever, I will make sure we get those details and get that out to you. Perfect. That was fun.
Yeah, that was good. Yeah.
Dave Trucker says in the main accent, Panther.
Just pocket by the harbor.
Pack the car down the harbor. Sorry, Dave. I didn't mean to.
Impacts, thank you for picking up one of my shirts on your own. I really do appreciate that. And honestly, with the super chats tonight, I think we will probably get really dang close to posting a profit in 2020, which is impressive because I've spent nearly $1,000 on my channel this year. So it's like not gonna like try to like. I don't mean that to. It's not bragging at all, but it's just like this like light at the end of the tunnel. Like, hey, no, this might actually start to turn into something. Now is what it feels like. So,
and of course, the master of wise ass comments, you know who I'm talking about, has asked, "How do we win Grant's sweater?"
You would win it by giving me a $99.99 super chat right now. That's
Woo!
how you would win it. So.
Jingle bells, jingle bells. Oh, goodness. So I think we're coming up upon an hour. We got about 10 minutes left, I think, before we're going to kind of unwind. But if there's anything else that you guys want to talk about in the chat, go ahead and throw that in there now. We'll answer any questions that you may have. If there's anything else that you want to cover, Grant, before we shut things down tonight.
Well, I was going to say, since we're doing this kind of impromptu live stream, there will be no 5-minute Fridays. I've been swamped at work, and so I'm just going to do that now, not spend 5 minutes telling you, but I'll give you the short version, what tomorrow's episode was going to be about. And as y'all know, I gave the old Motorcraft a second shot at not flooding the motor, but it did that on Sunday. And I still believe that whatever's going on with it, it's got to be something simple. It's just that I don't know what the simple thing is. That's what Junkyard Diggs and Thunderhead 289 and Dylan McCool have made their a living off their channel on, is like somebody gives up on a project, they can't start a motor. A third-person point of view says, hey, well, did you try this, and this, and they figure it out. Right, so that's where I'm at with this carburetor. And so even though I still am convinced it's got to be something simple, whatever I'm going to try at this point is going to be that comment of insanity, right? Like, try the same thing and expect a different result. So that's why we're moving to the Holly. But I don't feel bad doing that because I watched an episode of Roadkill recently where David Freiberger and Mike Finnegan did this exact thing. They a quadrajet on the Pontiac, was at the P37. It's like a D-badge GTO junkyard rescue. Was overfueling and flooding. So they called it a night, went to their hotel. David Freiberger, of all people, rebuilt the quadrajet. Next day went, same result. They gave up, went to a parts store, bought a new carburetor. So I shouldn't feel bad about giving up on my carburetor, getting the same result 2 times after futzing with the carb. When if David Freiberger and Mike Finnegan did the same thing, I shouldn't feel guilty about doing the same thing.
You got another super chat from your buddy Sean there, another $2. He sent that your way.
Could have gone to the Trans Am. I don't want to hear it, Sean, when you say you don't have any money for the Trans Am because you've been giving it to old CarrGuy and Straight SixFan.
Yeah, Patina Pit Stop has also reminded me that I wanted to make note that D&D Speed Shop is almost at 57,000 subscribers, and that's the goal that they were going to get to draw. They're giving away a 57 Chevy on his channel. So if you don't follow D&D Speed Shop, head on over to their channel. Look in the comments of their most recent video. He posted kind of a last-ditch effort to go and fill out the Google Docs form in the comments of that video, and you can be entered in to win. And I think he's drawing that next week because they are very, very close to that 57,000 subscriber mark. And it's a sweet machine. His most recent video kind of highlights some of the things that he did to it. 327 Phytech fuel injection. It's got it's a 4-door post car. Don't matter. It is a sweet ride for a '57 Chevy. I've entered. I hope that you guys go on over there and do the same.
So King Eric the Grace of All asked me, Grant, are you not a fan of Facebook Messenger? And that jostled loose back from my mind what I wanted to talk about with Facebook. So like, I don't mind being part of YouTube, Instagram, forums, and getting to like get to know somebody through like a forum first, Instagram first, YouTube first, and then starting to exchange like direct messages. But I do it's a little weird to me that people in a Facebook group, like I might be in a Fairmont group and they like what's going on with my channel, but then they send me a friend request. That's weird to me because I don't know these people, and I'm not going to open up like an extra level of my personal life to people on Facebook just because, like, let's keep it in the group. Like, if you want to talk Fairmonts, let's talk Fairmont in the Fairmont group. Like, if we talk 7, 8, 5 times and we're local to each other and we meet up at a car show and it's like, hey, this guy's cool to hang out with, sure, let's talk Facebook friend request then. But not, sorry, that's where I draw the line. I get a lot of these like Facebook friend requests, and it's like,
well, and what a lot of people don't realize is that, no matter how big or how small your YouTube channel is, we are just people. We're not superstars. We're not this or that. And that even though that we have chosen to put our lives or a certain part of our lives on YouTube for the whole world to see, we're both of us are very approachable people in person. But when we don't know you from Adam, just don't have that high expectation that we're always going to, accept a friend request or that. I have no problem answering questions in a private message or a DM or a Facebook Messenger, anything like that. But you know what? In this day and age, you've got to protect yourself a little bit too, and that's by not opening yourself up to complete strangers sometimes.
Yeah. I mean, it's like, so like, no, Eric, don't feel bad. Like, you can Instagram message me because you're on our live stream chat like a billion times. Like, we know, well, I don't know who you are, but I know who you are better than just a guy who said, hey, sweet Fairmont. And then the day later, it's like, can we be friends on Facebook? We can't. Like, you don't need to see pictures of my family. You don't need to see, like, it's just, like, in one sense, it's all the same thing, right? Like, I don't meet these people through Instagram, but I'm only showing pictures of my car generally on Instagram. So.
Jumping into the chat there, I noticed at one point that Luke from Coastal Auto Reaction has said that they are announcing their giveaway truck at $50K. He's at 45,000 somewhere, so he's getting pretty close as well. So again, if you're not a part of the Coastal Auto Reaction group, you go on over there and hit them up, subscribe, and you might be entered into a chance to win a pickup truck. I'm not sure what it is. I have no idea. But you can find out. You won't know unless you're subscribed.
Well, and at that, I think we can kind of put a bow on this one, Jason. We're getting really close to that 1 hour mark, so.
Yep. I want to address one last question coming from Darren's Mopar Express. I saw him ask it at least twice. I don't want to miss it the second time. He's asking me if I have anything coming new on the Cordoba. Well, the Cordoba is put away for the winter, and I don't necessarily have any plans. Cruise control is something that I do want to get working on it, as well as air conditioning. I think Dave McGraw is probably still in the chat there somewhere, and he knows how long I've been messing with this AC or trying to get everything together to get AC on this car so I can drive it in the summertime. So that might be something that happens over the winter. As you guys both, or some of you may not know, I'm in the middle of getting my house ready to get put on the market, so we may be moving. So some of those projects might just simply get put on hold for a while should we sell our house. But we are looking for a house with property, big shop, all that good stuff. Maybe even a racetrack. I might buy a racetrack. Should I buy a racetrack? Seems to be the going thing that makes your channel grow these days.
With 2 Mercury Grand Marquis, why not? So.
Right.
Well, with that, as is the custom here on the CarrGuy and SixFan show, the co-host gets the chance to do the sign-off, so I'll turn that over to you, Jason.
Yeah, King Eric the Great. Yes, I'm staying in New Brunswick. I'm just moving probably out of the town that I live in, just outside of town a little ways. But anyways, thanks guys for being a part of the CarrGuy and SixFan Show Christmas special, the second annual. I really hope that we get to continue doing this because it's a lot of fun just to be, off script, no agenda, just to hang out and have some fun with you guys. And we really appreciate the fact that you have stuck with us through 4 seasons, getting ready to start number 5. Despite everything that's going on around the world today, guys, stay safe. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. We'll see you guys back here again on January the 7th. And I believe, is it, Grant, you're hosting the initial premiere?
I believe that's right, yeah.
So it'll be on...
the last season starts the next one.
Yep, so it'll be on Grant's channel. So make sure you stay tuned to Instagram for that, guys. Stay focused on the windshield, not the rearview mirror. We'll see you in the new year.